All right. So I want to show you guys how we produce the trailer track for Loop Elements. This is the track that is actually the track that's the promo track for it, so to speak. If you were watching the live reveal, then you saw this particular track that we did is a whole like sequence where I'm showcasing Loop Elements and how it works and stuff like that. So I want to show you guys how we produce this track. So let's jump over here. I'm gonna jump over here into Logic. Jump over here into Logic. So this is where we actually produced it. I'm gonna play the track for you guys so you guys can hear it first of all. This is the track. GospelProducers.com. So that's the trailer track, the opening track that you guys saw, and you've probably been seeing on the socials and all of that stuff like that. But I want to show you guys how we used Loop Elements to produce this, just all of the audio stuff, because you have these are just the audio tracks or what have you on everything, right? Just the audio tracks. A lot of stuff from Juice was used. A lot of stuff from I think the drums are Pro Drums. My man, Brandon Williams, shout out to him, did all of the production on this, all of this stuff right here that you hear. He gave all of this stuff. Super dope. I mean, super crazy, right? That's all Brandon, but he used a lot of GP stuff. I'm going to get him on the channel where we can actually show how he produced this and some of the stuff that he used or what have you. But this is all Loop Elements on this. So I'm going to run the Loop Elements just from the top. Now, I did a little trick here, a little hack with the EQ. We just automated a global EQ, just a channel EQ on the master. And so this is how you get that intro that kind of fades in like this. GospelProducers.com. That's how we got the intro, right? That's how we got that kind of locked in or what have you. You can do that in Loop Elements because you can automate all of the filters, but because I needed everything to be filtered, I just put it on the master. It was just quicker to do that versus trying to go to all the individual channels. But this is just Loop Elements portion of it. The crowd clap stuff was big. That sounds crazy. There we go. Do something. That's all Loop Elements using doing that track. So let's break down what we got here. So first of all, we got Loop Elements. I love how this loading comes up whenever you open up Loop Elements for the first time. A little loading thing, kind of wanted it to feel like hardware. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever I cut on my montage or my Chronos or whatever, you get that nice loading bar. And I just think that's just so cool. So I wanted to incorporate that into what we were doing. So this is the first loop inside of there. And it's called Perfect Modern Up Tempo. Let's break this loop down. we're here. Let's break this loop down. So you got crowd claps, element, shaker, afro. This is crazy, right? Then of course the hey. You know what I'm saying? And that's that loop. You know what I'm saying? That's that loop. And so the power of this is stacking loops. So that loop is stacked with, and I'll go to this loop first, because that loop is stacked with this loop right here, which is trapped out 1, and it sounds like this. That loop sounds like this. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. That loop is in there, right? And then that one is stacked with this loop right here. So you get them all together. Right? And then here's where the magic happens with this loop here. The magic happens with this one because we have some automation going on. So let me go all the way back to the beginning on this one. And as you can see, this is muted, that is muted. And watch what happens. It's gonna stop. And that's where the 808 is coming from. Now here's the cool thing, channel effects, right? You have channel effects on everything. And so you can easily pitch your 808. So I'm gonna solo just the 808 in Loop Elements. See what I'm saying? We'll let it come back around. I can pitch this to whatever I need it to be, just using the pitch button. 0 is C. So if you double click it, it goes back to C. So this is just C. So if I want the 808 in C sharp, you know, if I want it in D, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I can put the 808 wherever I need it to be. You know what I mean? And then you can see like the muting and stuff happening. That's happening with key commands that I programmed in as we were going through the loop. As we were going through, I performed it, and I showcased that in the actual, you know, live video or what have you yesterday. But that's how I programmed that. I literally just muted and brought in those elements and stuff. So you got the 808, but you've also got this. And you've also got this guy, I think was playing at the very beginning. You know what I'm saying? So all of these little elements come together to make this big sound when we finally get to here. And then you blend it with this and this, and you come up with this. Right? And then the beginning, we have this last little texture in here that was another loop, which was beast mode beat, which beast mode sounds like this. Then it goes into the regular thing. But this one comes back during this breakdown. It comes back in, and watch what happens with this. At this point, this one point we bring this kick in. So it's there to add the texture. And so there's this breakdown part where the music breaks all the way down and you can just hear the elements. Because that's what, when I was creating this, I told Brandon I wanted it. So that's why I brought the elements in right here at this part, and everything is running. And so you go from this to this breakdown. We got right here. You know what I'm saying? And then we end it with this last one. Just like that. That was the whole track with Loop Elements. And so let's play the whole track from the beginning. GospelProducers.com. Okay. So I think that's really, really dope how you can use that. I just use 4 instances, stacking loops, doing all of those things like that. It really is, I'm looking forward to like seeing what you guys do with it. And I'm also looking forward to, kind of eating my own dog food, so to speak, and utilizing this on some tracks that I'm working on and being able to come in and showcase like how we're using this. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys do with it.